Hello and welcome to this demonstration of the Mango Mobile Health platform. Today I'm just going to be showing you a short demonstration of how to access the system and how to administer the system. So the first thing we'll see here is the logon screen. You'll notice that we have adopted the colour scheme here for the Kenya Ministry of Public Health and Sanitation. We're actually running a campaign in Kenya at the moment supporting the SMS for Life campaign there, providing visibility across 5 districts and 87 health facilities, collecting stock information and surveillance data. So the first thing you do when you come to the site is you're presented with a logon screen. The system is very secure. We're using HTTPS secure web servers, and we'll log on using a username and password. So the system recognizes who I am and presents me with the access rights that are predetermined when my user profile was set up. So you have control over that. You can determine who sees what. So for instance, if you're a district manager, you see data related to your district. If you're a regional officer, you see information related to your region, and obviously if you're a Ministry of Health officer, you can see information related to the whole country. So this first screen here is the campaign screen. Within the structure of Mango, you can have multiple campaigns, unlimited numbers of campaigns, and a campaign can be a disease area, for instance, could be malaria, which is what we're looking at here. You could have a separate campaign for other disease areas, leprosy, TB and so on. The idea being that you can spread right across the public health system, creating a fully integrated management information system. So here we're looking at the single campaign that we have, SMS for Life Kenya, and within this campaign, the next level down, we have surveys. So here we have one survey which is collecting stock information, and a second survey which is collecting surveillance information. We have various bits of data that we can access and edit through the campaign, which I'll come on to in a moment. Over here we have a dashboard. The information that's displayed in this dashboard is entirely down to you, the client. In Kenya they decided they wanted some high-level indicators about the current stock levels right up to the minute, and they also want similar indicators for the surveillance indicators, again displayed in real time. So we can see the current stock out levels of the various dosages of the antimalarial drugs that they're tracking and the RDTs, and down here we're seeing the percentage of outpatients being tested, how many of those are being tested positive, and how many of the positive tests are being treated. The calculations behind those are entirely down to you. So from a simple structure point of view and administration point of view, we have an admin section here which enables us to go in and set up new users. And if we click into the user section, we can see existing users within the system. We can see any of the details that have been entered at the time, the username, the full person name or facility name, the email details, the mobile number, whether they're locked out of the system at the moment, whether they're online, and we can, if appropriate, go and edit those. So if any of the details change, mobile phone number, if someone gets married and changes their name, if they get promoted, or their role within the system changes, that can all be edited here. Likewise, we can add new users very easily, and the way that works is you simply create user. There's various help buttons throughout the system to help you, so you can add usernames, first name, last name, and all the usual details. You can create passwords, and you can assign roles, and there's a descriptive text within the system to talk you through what the various roles mean. Okay, so once you've set your user up, you register them and go back to the list. Once you've set up all the users, you then go back to your campaign, and you then take the user that you've set up and assign them to the campaign. So you assign them to the list of existing users. So here are the existing users within the SMS for Life campaign, and if we want to add the user we've just set up, we click Add User, select the role that we've assigned them. In amongst all the people that have that role assigned, we can select the user we've set up, again with help screens, and then assign them to the districts or regions that are appropriate. So it's really very simple. So it's set up the user and assign them to the campaign. Likewise, we have access and control over the recipients. In this case, the recipients are the health facilities. We can see all the health facilities currently within the system here. We can sort them by any of the columns, the code, the name, the region, and so on. If we need to edit any of the facility details, it's as simple as click on the edit button. So if somebody changes their mobile number, for instance, or if the contact person changes, it's very simple to go in here and update this. And in fact, regional and district managers, if they have their smartphones, they can access the site remotely through the smartphone and have the same level of control from within the district itself. Okay, so if we go back to the campaign screens, we have a training component, which I won't go into too much detail here, but it enables us to run very simply multiple training sessions within a country, even where there's no internet access, just using the mobile phones, and we can monitor from anywhere there's internet access the actual progress of the training sessions and keep an audit of all training sessions that have taken place. And finally, on the tabs, we have the campaign messages, and again, these are controlled by the client. They can be edited, added to, adjusted, and fine-tuned as the program gets underway. So if we go back to our survey tab, we can see once again that we have two surveys. We can have any number of surveys, but in this campaign we currently have two. One for the AL and RDT indicators, and one for the surveillance indicators. So we have a quick look at the AL and RDT indicators. The first thing we see is the reporting dashboard, and on the reporting dashboard we have a variety of charts, reports, data extract capabilities, and activity logs and maps. Next to that we have the actual survey details, which show you what the survey is all about and give you the high level view of some of the key details about the survey. We have the survey messages. Again, just as with the campaign messages, you have control over these, so which messages are going to go if there's an incorrect message sent in, reminder messages, incentive messages, and so on. And finally we have the email templates. So these could be for the the weekly management reports that go out automatically from the system. They could be for escalation emails and so on. So you can see the wording here, and we have an HTML editor which gives you control. So if you want to again adjust or fine-tune the messages that go out on the email, you've got control of those here. You can determine who the messages go to. You can update the messages to suit yourselves. Okay, so that's a pretty whistle-stop high-level view of the structure of the system and how you can control the surveys and campaigns yourself.